All right, so again, two blocks, one strap, something to use for a block or strap. You could use, you don't have actual yoga blocks, you can use stacks of books, you can use boxes, Tupperware, whatever you have available. If you don't have an actual yoga strap, you can use a belt, a towel, a piece of rope, whatever you wish to use. Hey, Mike. Um, Anything anyone might like to focus on today? And can you hear me okay? Yes, new angle. Because especially in like things like warrior poses and crescent lunges, we start with the right leg first, and so it's better to be able to see the front with the right leg front. Let me get some music going. All right, awesome. Anything anyone would like to focus on today? Hey Chad, hey Dennis. To ungunk a back, upper, middle, lower, which part of the back? Hey Mike, which part of the back do you mean? All of it. Okay. Um, okay, we can do some stuff for the upper and lower back and some twisting for the mid back. All right, we're just going to give people another moment or two. Hey there, Philip. All right. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and come down to the back of your mat for child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, shins and tops of your feet down to the earth. Spread your knees wide. Walk your hands forward. Bring your forehead down to something physical, be it the ground or the block. And for those who are just wandering in, I always recommend having two blocks or something to use as blocks, stacks of books, boxes, Tupperware, a strap, or something to use as a strap, be it a towel, a rope, a belt. If you use a belt, I recommend a cloth belt. Something to drink and a towel. The towel is to either wipe sweat off with or to fold up and put underneath your back knee in kneeling lunges to provide extra padding. So let's get started. Back to child's pose. Forehead to something physical. Stretch your arms out long in front of you with your hands shoulder width distance. Option to just relax here and leave this passive. Option to also press your hands into the earth to send your hips further towards your heels to make it active. Whichever version you're taking, take slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you inhale, feel your belly fill up and expand down towards the earth. And as you exhale, feel your belly go back up towards the sky. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, release. Just a few more rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, we're going to rise up to tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Fingers nice and wide, tops of your feet down. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down, turn your gaze up to the sky. Arch your tail up. And then exhale, cat pose. Arch your back up towards the sky. Check your chin to your chest. Tuck your tail underneath you. Feel a stretch along your spine. Inhale, cow. Drop your shoulders. Drop your belly down. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. Arch the tail up. And then exhale, cat. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Chin to chest. Spread your shoulder blades apart from one another. 3 more rounds of cat-cow on your own. So let's go over a couple variations we can do with cat-cow. So instead of just up and down, you can also do sides where you bring your shoulder towards your hip and to the other side. It's kind of a wagging of your tail side to side. You can also take what's referred to as a barrel roll, where say you inhale cow, but as you exhale, come to one side and then up to cat. Inhale to the other side, down to cow, and then reverse. Exhale, side, up to cat. Inhale, side, down to cow. And just kind of go back and forth between those two, inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the way up. It's a good way to hit different parts of your back in this cat-cow situation. Feel free to do that for another couple breaths. All right. And then we're going to walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your toes underneath you. Have a seat on your heels. So something that's really good for the upper back. We're going to bring your arms out to a T. We're going to bring your... I apologize. I lost connection there for a second. All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. Still going. All right, so back to where we were. So have a seat on your heels, knees wide, tuck your toes underneath you. And if for whatever reason this is uncomfortable, you can take one of your blocks or a pillow to put underneath your under your glutes on top of your heels. There we go. You could also place a block under your front knees or both. Up to you. Find what's comfortable for you. So arms out to a T. Bring your right arm under your left. You can either take a bear hug by grabbing opposite shoulders. You can also wrap the arms for a full arm bind. This is an arm bind used in a pose called eagle. We haven't done that in class yet. So, whether you're taking the bear hug or the eagle arm bind, send your arms away from you. That in of itself, you should feel a stretch between the shoulder blades. So we're going to do some more kind of cat-cow movements, but now with an arm bind, sending the arms away from you. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the arms up high. This should move the stretch slightly to the lower shoulder blades. And then exhale, curl and round. Bring your elbows towards your belly button. Tuck the tail underneath you, chin to chest. This should be the upper shoulder blade area. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Untuck the tail. And exhale, tuck the tail. Bring your elbow to your belly button, chin to chest. 3 more. Inhale, up and rise. Exhale, curl and round. Last 2, inhale, rise. Exhale, curl. And last 1, inhale up. And exhale down. Come back to center, release the arms, take a couple rolls, both directions of your shoulders. Second side, bring your arms back out to a T. Left arm under right. Wrap the arms or take the bear hug, whatever is successful in your body. Send your arms away from your torso. So 5 more rounds of this cat-cow motion. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the elbows up, untuck your tail. And then exhale, tuck your tail underneath you, bring your chin to chest, curl and round, bring your elbow towards your belly button, still sending your arms forward. Inhale, rise up, lift the heart up high, and then exhale, curl and round. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl and round. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl. Last one, inhale, lift up. And exhale, curl. Release the arms. Shoulder rolls one direction and then the other. Have a seat for a moment. We're just going to do some side bends and twists here. Bring our arms out to a T once more. Let me scoot a little. Out of the way. Still figuring out this new angle. Alright, arms out to a T. Bring your left arm down, right arm up and over. Feel a stretch in your right side. You can either keep the bottom arm straight or bring your forearm down to the ground. Just make sure your hip bone on the right side stays down. Take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Other side, bring your right hand down, left arm up and over. Hello, wall. Again, you can either keep the bottom arm straight or bring your forearm down to the ground, just as long as your left hip bone stays, your left sits bone rather, stays on the ground. Reach your left arm up and over. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, slowly come back up. So we're going to take the right arm, the right hand, bring it to your left knee. Place your left fingertips just behind your sacrum. Sit up nice and tall, and exhale, gently twist to the back. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder to look at the wall behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Come back forward. Switch sides. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Right fingertips right behind you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist the back. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder this time. As you inhale, lift up tall. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Come back to center. We're just going to roll forward over your crossed ankles. Come back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward, one handprint. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your knees up and exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a moment to just walk in place here, to bend one knee, straighten the other. Feel a stretch in your straight leg, in the calf, hamstring, maybe Achilles tendon area. And then switch. And switch, just to start to wake up your calves and hamstrings. And switch. And switch. And last one, switch. Woohoo. Send both heels down towards the earth, fingers really wide. Shift some of your weight out of your wrist and into your thumb and forefinger. Relax your heels down towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they actually touch the ground, just let them work down towards it. Send your shoulders away from your ears. Press your chest towards your thighs, and then your thighs for the wall behind you. If you find you have a curve to your spine, bend your knees here to remove some stretch from your hamstring to find a flatter back, and send your chest deeper towards your thighs. Your hands should be shoulder width distance, feet hip width distance. Take a deep breath in and out. Remember the sensation, this position here. We'll be here several times throughout the class. This is our home base. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll. Walk your feet behind your wrists. Your feet remain shoulder width distance. Keep it bend in your knees. Belly rest on your thighs. Head hang heavy. You have the option to leave your arms hanging heavy. You also have the option to grab opposite elbows and sway your torso left and right. It's not about moving the arms or the head. It's about moving the whole torso. Your arms and head just dangle down towards the earth. Should feel an opening in the low back. Come back to center. Release your hands onto the earth. Slowly roll up to a stand. Let your head remain heavy until you reach the top. When you reach the top, draw your hands together, heart center, and close your eyes. Exhale all of your air. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Bring to the forefront of your mind whatever you wish to set today's intention to. This could be something for yourself, something for someone you know and love, a community. This could be working with a philosophy. If you did not have your own intention to set today, I offer up the intention of just being present in this space, on your mat, in your body, in this moment. Our bodies are constantly changing. Listen to your body as we flow today. If it needs you to rest for a moment, rest. If it needs you to back out of a stretch sooner than cued, do so. If it needs you to stretch something a little longer, do that and catch up later. Try to honor your body today. Give it exactly what it needs. To help seal this intention, exhale all of your air. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Release your arms down to your sides. Flutter your eyes open. Toe heel your feet together. Big toes to touch. Tiny sliver of space in between your heels. From here, inhale mountain pose. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Engage your quads. Lift them up off your kneecaps. Tuck the tailbone slightly to pull your navel in and down towards your spine. So rather than letting your ribs kind of splay out, you want to pull everything in towards the spine. Keep everything engaged. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. Palms reach up towards the sky. Inhale. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Keep your hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat to guarantee a side stretch rather than a back bend. Draw your arm back by your ear and turn your gaze up at the sky, under your arm. Inhale, rise back up. Switch your grip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Again, draw your arm back. Square your hips and shoulders forward. Turn your gaze up at the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Release your grip. Lost my balance there for a second. Exhale, forward fold. Hands through heart center or swan dive down. Hinge at your hips, reach down towards the earth. Try to keep your legs fairly straight. Now this might mean you're up here, and that's totally fine. You could be palms to the ground. That's fine too. Any position between there is forward fold. Just find what is accessible in your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms on your shins, just below the knees, parallel your back to the ground. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. Gaze is directly down, about 6 inches in front of your mat. Now, again, if you, just like down dog, if you find you have a curve in your spine here, bend your knees a bit to remove some stretch from your hamstring to find a flatter back. Inhale, lengthen the top of your head, the crown forward. And then exhale, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck the toes. Zip your legs up like one long limb. This time, keep your palms facing down towards the ground, but bring your arms down by your sides so your hands are by your hips. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, locust. Press your feet into the ground. Lift your knees up. Use your low back to lift your chest up off the ground. But this time, lift your arms up towards the sky. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. This engages the whole back. Turn your gaze down about a foot in front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen up just a little bit higher with the use of the low back. And then exhale, lower back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up to either high plank or tabletop. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees for a second. So just to kind of review for a moment. So what we just did with the locust up and back, that is part of a vinyasa. It is a quick little connective sequence of postures to get you back to downward facing dog. There are several to choose from. We usually, in a lot of vinyasa classes, you'll do chaturanga, which is a high to mid plank, which I'll demo in a moment. You can also do chaturanga on the knees. I'll demonstrate that as well. If you've been doing my classes before this, you can also do baby cobra, and that's just a low back strengthener and a chest opener. But listen to your body. If it needs you to take baby cobra or locust rather than chaturanga, do it. But if you need a break from all of that altogether, just hold high plank. Hold it for the in-breath, the out-breath, one more in-breath, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. All right, so just for a very quick demo. So chaturanga, from a high plank, wrists directly underneath your shoulders, back parallel to the ground, core engaged, press the ground away. Inhale, shift forward onto your tip toes, and lower halfway down. Bring your ribs to your elbows. Your hips and shoulders are at the same height from the ground, back parallel to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward. Your arms are straight, shoulders above your wrists. Legs are engaged, your knees lift up. And then tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. So chaturanga on the knees, it's the same thing. From halfway lift, step back to high plank. Shift forward, but then drop your knees down. Your toes can either stay touching or lifted. That's completely up to you. Bring your ribs to your elbows. This helps develop some upper body strength. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the knees back up. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you can choose chaturanga, chaturanga on the knees, baby cobra, locust, or skip it all together. You have many options. Listen to your body. Maybe even try all of them throughout the class. Whatever feels best for you. So let's everyone meet back in downward facing dog. We're going to flow through the sun salutation A 2 more times, moving one breath to one movement. From down dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your feet to the top of your mat, feet together this time. Big toes to touch, tiny silver space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your spine to the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, sweep your arms up to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Switch grip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Release your grip. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your spine to the ground. Exhale, your version of a vinyasa. I'm going to be demonstrating chaturanga, or using chaturanga, so lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. If you're taking chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Step your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, sweep your arms up high. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Switch your grip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Release your grip. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your spine to the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. For those more advanced, you can always hop back to chaturanga. Just make sure to land in chaturanga with the bent arms rather than high plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Similarly, if you are more practiced, when we come to the top of the mat, you can hop forward or jump forward. Whatever is best for you and your body and your practice. So moving on to sun B, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, whether you're walking, stepping, hopping, jumping, whatever you're doing. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your back to the ground, gaze directly down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips back and down, float your biceps up. So we're creating a lightning bolt shape here in the body, from your fingertips down to your hips, forward to the knees, and then down to the heels. You want your weight in your heels, squeeze your thighs together. Now, as far as how much your knees are bent and hips are back, you could be here, and this is chair pose. You could be all the way down here, and this is chair pose. The only real requirement here is to make sure you can still see your toes, maybe the middle of your feet as well. We want to help protect your knee joints. If you extend your knees past your toes, it can damage your knees over time. Biceps up by the ears. Inhale, sink your hips back and down 1 more inch. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten the legs, reach down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, step or hop back. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Leave your left heel low, float your right leg up to the sky. Keep your hips square to the earth, so if your right hip popped up, bring it back down. Engage your right glute, lift your right heel up a little bit higher. Exhale, low lunge. Option to crunch your knee forward towards your nose, and then set your foot between your hands for a little extra core work. So try to leave your lower body exactly where it is here. Front knee over front ankle, back heel above the back ball mount. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips, reach your arms up to the sky. Now, if you're feeling way too wobbly, walk your front foot out to the right a little bit to widen your stance. You can also, if you need to, drop the back knee down. That's up to you. Listen to your body. So from the hips up, this is mountain pose. It's from the hips down where it's different. Take a deep breath in, lift the crown of your head high. Exhale, open arm twist. We're going to draw the right hand back, left hand forward. Parallel your arms to the ground, palms facing towards the right wall. Try to leave your front knee over your front ankle. As you inhale, lengthen your spine tall. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Then inhale, warrior two. We're going to spiral both arms open to the left side of the room. Spiral the back heel down. Front knee stacks over the front ankle. Back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Drive your arms to the front and back space. Turn your gaze over your front fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, extend to that angle. Bring your either front forearm to your thigh or reach on the inside of your front leg towards the ground. Reach your back arm up to the sky. If you're reaching on the inside of your front leg, press your arm into your front leg to increase the twist of your heart up towards the sky. Leave your front knee forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Float your front arm up and back. You have the option to either slide your back hand down the outside of your back leg or wrap your forearm around your low spine for a half bind. Feel a stretch in your right side. Keep your hips and shoulders square to the left side of your mat to guarantee a side stretch rather than a back bend. Inhale. And then exhale, chaturanga. We're going to cartwheel the hands down, reframe your front foot, step back to high plank. Feel free to keep the right foot lifted for more of a challenge. Exhale, lower all halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, both feet down. Lift the knees up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, lead your right heel low. Inhale your left leg up and back. Flex your left toes towards your face. Drop your left hip down so your hips are still square to the ground. Engage your left glute, lift your left heel up a little higher. And then exhale, option to crunch your knee forward, and then set your foot between your hands. Now, if you are coming to a low lunge and your foot stops about somewhere in between your feet and your hands, that's okay. Grab your ankle, assist it forward. Do what works for you and your body. Once again, try to leave your lower body exactly where it is. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Shoulders over hips, reach your arms up to the sky. Try to pull your left hip back, right hip forward to square your hips to the front of the mat. Again, if you're feeling wobbly, feel free to walk your left foot to the left a little bit, or drop the back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist, draw your left arm back, right arm forward. Try to twist your heart towards the left side of the room. As you inhale, lengthen your spine tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Maybe look back over your left fingertips. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, warrior two. We're going to spiral open to the right side of the room. Front knee over front ankle. Shoulders over hips. Tuck the tailbone here. Pull your navel in and down towards your spine. Draw your shoulders together and down your back. Inhale. Exhale, extend that angle. Tilt forward and down. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Look up at the sky. Again, you can either bring forearm to thigh or reach on the inside of your front leg and press your arm into your thigh to increase the twist of your heart up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reverse warrior. Float your front arm up and back. Once again, you have an option to slide your back hand down the outside of your back leg or take the half bind. Wrap your forearm around your low back. Reach your fingertips forward. Inhale, tilt your torso back a little bit further. And exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel down. Step back, option to keep the left foot lifted as you lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine the heart forward. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more, inhale. And exhale. So that is our Sun B for doing chair and both sides of the warrior postures. So we're going to do that 2 more times, 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your spine to the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips back and down. Squeeze your thighs together as you float your bicep up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, parallel your back. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can always take it on your knees or skip it altogether, or take baby cobra or locust. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Leave your left heel low. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, open arm twist right. Inhale, warrior two to the left. Exhale, extend to side angle, tilt forward and down. Turn your gaze up high. Inhale, reverse warrior, float your front arm up and back. Option for the half bind. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder, look up at the sky. Exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel down. Step back and flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, high crescent, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, open up, twist left. Inhale, warrior two to the right. Exhale, extend to side angle, turn your gaze up high, shoulders down. Inhale, reverse, float your front arm up and back. And exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel down. Step back and flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips back and down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And do note, if you ever need to just take a break, come back to child's pose for a moment. Always listen to your body. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend side angle, tilt forward and down. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel down. Step back, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Final side. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, chaturanga, cartwheel down. Step back and flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees for a moment, everyone. Feel free to towel off, get a sip of water. All right. Just a couple more breaths. All right. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Gently set the back knee down. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Place your hands on your front thigh. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Square your hips to the front of the room. We're going to tuck the tailbone slightly. Engage your left glute. Now, just a note. If this is too much on your back knee, you can fold up your mat from the side to apply 2 layers of mat underneath your knee. You can press your shin into the earth to relieve some pressure from it. You can also place a folded up towel underneath it. Whatever you need to make this more comfortable for you and your body. Inhale. Exhale, sink your hips forward and down. Take a slight back bend to accentuate the stretch in the front of your hip flexor. Or to stretch your hip flexor muscle. There we go. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, send your hips forward and down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward and down. 2 more on your own. Remember to keep the tail tucked slightly and your left glute engaged. Up and back. All right, so grab your blocks, or whatever you're using as blocks. Bring them on either side of your front leg, as tall as you can make them, around your thigh area. Bring your fingertips or palms to the block. Extend your right leg forward. Flex your toes toward your face. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Fold forward, bring your belly closer to your thigh. Half split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Slowly come back up. Rebend your front leg. Place your front knee over front ankle. Set your blocks aside. Inhale, arms up high. So this is kneeling crescent lunge. You can keep the back knee down, or you can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. That's up to you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, tilt your torso forward. And exhale, twist towards your front leg. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Create a straight line going from elbow through wrist to opposite elbow. Press your top hand into the bottom hand and your elbow into your thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Now, if you can't make this elbow to thigh connection, you can always take an open arm twist again as well. And if you want to focus on the twist rather than the balance, you can always bring the back knee back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Turn your gaze up over your right shoulder if this is comfortable in your neck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, look down. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your palms on the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the right edge of your mat. And forwards your ankles in front of your knee. I tend to walk my back leg back a bit, so my hips are further down towards the earth. So you have a couple options here. You can stay here on your palms with your head hanging heavy. You can also come down to your forearms, be it forearms to a block or forearms to the ground, and let your head hang heavy. Just let your head dangle for a moment. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Open and close your mouth, release your jaw. Should feel a good stretch in your left hip flexor and maybe the right inner thigh. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel free to stay here. For those who wish to take a quad stretch, come back up to your palms if you're on your forearms. Shift your weight to your left hand. Twist your torso towards your right leg. Reach your right hand back towards your back leg. Bend your left knee. Bring your left foot to your hand. You might need to wrap a strap around your ankle and pull your foot forward. The reason why I recommend twisting your torso towards your front thigh is that this gives you a better position to then use your right bicep to pull your left heel closer to your glute. Because your hip is an extension, you're stretching all four of your quad muscles in your left quad. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Gently release your left foot. Bring your right hand back down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step your right foot back, high plank. Shift your weight to your left palm, tilt your heels to the left. Inhale, side plank, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. If you need to, you can drop the left knee down, kickstand your foot behind you for a modified side plank. You can keep both legs straight with one foot from the other. You can also stack your feet. Mindful of your balance. Inhale, rainbow your hips up a little bit higher. And then exhale, plant your right palm down. Optional chaturanga, or just shift up and back down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Gently set the back knee down. Stack your shoulders over your hips, hands on top of thigh. Whatever stack you took on the other leg, switch your hands. Just to find a little balance in the body here. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward, square your hips to the front of the mat. Tuck the tailbone, engage the right glute this time. Exhale, send your hips forward and down with a slight back bend to accentuate the stretch in your right hip flexor. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward and down. 2 more. Last one. Come back up. Grab your blocks. Place them on either side of your front leg. Extend your leg in front of you. Flex your toes towards your face. Or whatever you're using as blocks. Tupperware boxes, books, whatever you have. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Try to bring your belly closer to your thigh. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Start to come back up. Rebend your front leg. Set your blocks off to the side. Inhale, arms up high. Option to stay here in kneeling crescent or tuck the back toes, lift the back knee for high crescent. Up to you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, tilt your torso forward. Exhale, twist towards your front leg. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Kneeling crescent lunge. Revolve crescent lunge. There we go. Words are failing me today. I apologize. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Try to bring your heart closer to your thumbs by pressing your top hand into the bottom hand and elbow into your thigh. Once again, if you cannot make this elbow to thigh connection, take open arm twist. And you can always bring the back knee down to focus on the twist rather than the balance. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, look down. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your palms to the inside of your left foot. Scoot your left foot out to the left edge of your mat and forward, your ankles in front of your knee. Dip your hips down and forward. Maybe even scoot your back leg back a little bit. Try to find the same variation you did on the other side, either palms on the ground or forearms to a block or ground. Let your head hang heavy for a moment. Perhaps nod your head yes, shake your head no. Open and close your mouth, release your jaw. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel free to stay here. If you took the quad stretch on the other side, come back up to your palms. Twist your torso towards your front leg, reach your left hand back. Bend your right knee, bring your heel towards your glute. Use your strap if you need your strap. Also, always option to come up onto a fist rather than your palm for the bottom hand, if your fist is feeling a little weird, a little wonky. Use your left bicep, pull your heel towards your glute, feel a stretch in your right quad. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Gently release your right foot down. Bring your left hand back down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step your left foot back, high plank. Shift your weight to your right hand, tilt your heels to the right. Inhale, side plank. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. You can always drop the bottom knee and kickstand the foot behind you if you need. You can keep your both legs straight, one foot for the other, or stack your feet. Inhale, rainbow your hips up a little bit higher. And then exhale, plant your left palm. Optional chaturanga, or just shift up and back, down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Step your back leg forward about a foot or so. Rotate your left foot out about 45 degrees and bring your left heel down to the earth. Try to stack your front knee over your front ankle. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward to square your hips to the front of the room. Inhale, warrior one. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Reach your arms up to the sky. Again, pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Try to float your front knee over the front ankle. Back heel is down. You can always lengthen your stance if you need, or widen it if you are feeling unstable. Find your expression in warrior one. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, chest expansion. Interlace your hands behind you. Now, if you have trouble actually getting your hands to interlace, you can always grab your strap or towel and grab as close together on the strap or towel as you can. That's up to you. Whatever variation you're in, keep a micro bend in your elbows to help prevent hyperextension. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Bow forward. Bring your fists up over your head for chest expansion. To feel a stretch in the front of your shoulders, of your rotator cuff, in the anterior deltoid area. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Release your bind. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, warrior two. Widen your stance. Rotate your back foot so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Find the width of your lunge here. Then straighten the front leg so both legs are straight. Hips and shoulders square to the left edge of your mat. Arms out, parallel to the ground. We're going to bump your hips back towards the wall behind you. Your front hip will kind of dip down. Back hip will pop up a bit. Lean your torso forward, but try to keep a nice straight spine. Core engaged. Inhale, tilt, 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 tilt. Reach forward. And then pause when you can't reach any further. Drop the front arm down. Reach the back arm up. Triangle pose. You can always grab a block to place your fingertips or hand on, or you can gently, little to no weight in your hands, rest your hand on your shin or thigh, avoid the knee, or press your hand into the inside to increase the twist of your heart towards the sky. Your gaze can either be down towards the side wall or up towards the sky. Up to you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt a little bit deeper. One more inhale. And exhale, you should feel a good stretch in your medial hamstring in your right leg. From here, inhale, rise back up. Rotate the front foot in. So your feet are at least parallel with one another. If not, rotating the toes in a bit more to isolate the outer part of the calves when we fold forward. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Grab what's accessible, your calves, your ankles, your feet, whatever you have accessible to you in your reach. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, use your bicep to pull yourself a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Once again, if you rotate your feet in more, you'll feel a stronger stretch of the outer part of your calf. Take a deep breath in and out. Release your legs. Bring your fingertips onto the mat underneath your shoulders. Inhale, find halfway lift in your wide-legged forward fold. And then exhale, walk your hands to the front of your mat, rebend your right knee, come to low lunge. Step back, high plank, optional chaturanga, or just shift up and back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge, shift your foot between your hands. Walk your back foot forward about a foot or so, rotate your foot out about 45 degrees, bring your right heel down to the ground. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward, square your hips forward. Inhale, warrior one. Shoulders over hips, arms up high. Front knee over front ankle. Make sure your back heel is on the ground. Feel free to lengthen your stance or widen it if you're feeling wobbly. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach tall. And then exhale, chest expansion. If you did interlace your hands on the other side, take the opposite interlace that you did on the other side. So instead of right index finger on top, do left on top. Or thumb, rather. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, humble warrior, bow forward. Bring your fists up over your head. As much as is comfortable. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. Doesn't matter if you're interlacing the hands or grabbing the strap. We want to help prevent hyperextension of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more inhale. And exhale. Release your bind. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, warrior two. Widen your stance as much as you need. Parallel your back foot to the back of your mat. Front knee over front ankle. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Square your hips and shoulders to the right edge of your mat. Bump your hips to the back of the room. Reach your arms as far forward as you can. Reach, 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 reach until you can't reach any further. Pause. Drop the front arm down. Reach the back arm up. Turn your gaze up at the sky, at the sidewall, or down towards your feet. Again, either option for fingers to blocks, hands to shin or thigh, or reach on the inside and press your hand into your leg to increase the twist of your heart up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tilt a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise back up. Rotate the front foot in. So you have the option here for chest expansion on this side as well, if you want a little bit more shoulder stretching. Always option to grab a strap instead, or just fold forward and grab your legs. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Your choice whether you're grabbing your legs or feet, or whether you're taking the chest expansion. Take a deep breath in, and out. Inhale, and exhale. Release your bind. Bring your arms up, back out to a T. Inhale, slowly rise up. Nope, that's a lie. Pull back down. Hands, fingertips on the ground, underneath your shoulders. Inhale, find halfway lift. And exhale, low lunge to the front, rebend your left leg, walk your left hand, your hands forward to the top of your mat. Step back to high plank, an optional chaturanga, last chaturanga of class. Make your way back to down dog. All right, come down to your knees, extend your legs out long in front of you. We've already done a fair bit of hamstring stretching, so we're going to go ahead and just come on down to the back. Bring your heels close to your glutes. You should be able to lightly graze your heels with your fingertips, no closer, no further. Feet and knees remain hip width distance. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, bridge pose, lift your hips up towards the sky. Option to interlace your arms underneath you, shuffle your shoulders underneath you, and press your arms into the ground to help send your chest closer to your chin. If the interlace underneath your torso isn't accessible, you can take little robot arms to have your arms at your sides, bend the elbows, point your fingertips up towards the sky, and then press your tricep and elbow down. Whatever's more accessible in your body. Inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, press down a little bit more. Bring your chest closer to your chin, but draw your chin away from your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, float your heels up. And then slowly release your arms. Bring your back down to the ground, one vertebra at a time. Let your pelvis be the last thing of your back to come down, or of your torso to come down. Once your pelvis hits the ground, lower your heels down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Let your right knee fall open. Grab your left hamstring with both hands. Gently pull your knee closer to your chest. Feel a stretch in the outer right hip. The only things really engaged here are you're flexing your right toes towards your right knee to protect your knee and your biceps. Everything else can just relax down to the earth. Maybe even close your eyes. If your knee is close enough, you can move your hands to your shin on the left leg. Couple more breaths. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly, gently bring your left foot back down to the ground and switch your legs. Bring your right foot down, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, flex your left toes towards your left knee, grab your right hamstring with both hands, your left hand will reach between the legs, and pull your knee towards your chest. Again, if you can get your knee close enough, feel free to interlace your hands on your shin. Gently use your biceps to pull your knee a little closer to your chest. Close your eyes. This side might feel a little tighter or looser than the other, and that's perfectly normal. Our bodies develop asymmetrically. Slow, deep breaths in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Gently bring your both feet back down to the ground. Bring your arms out to a T. We're going to scoot your hips to the right edge of your mat. And then float your knees up over your hips, parallel your shins to the ground, and then send both your knees to the left, supine twist. Stack your right hip on top of the left. Turn your gaze to the right if it's comfortable in your neck. Feel free to stay here if you want a little more. Leave your right leg where it is, the top leg. Extend the bottom leg towards the top of the mat. Maybe even bring your left hand about 2/3 the way down your right thigh, and just rest your hand here to add a little extra weight. Allow gravity to increase the twist. Take another deep breath in and out. Slowly bring both knees back up over your hips. Bring your toes down and scoot your hips all the way to the left edge of your mat. Float your knees back up, parallel your shins to the ground. Inhale. And exhale, supine twist to the right. Might feel some popping, and that's okay. Turn your gaze to the left. Once again, if you want a little more, extend your bottom leg towards the top of your mat. Perhaps rest your right hand about 2/3 the way down your left thigh. Again, just to add a little weight. You're not actually really pressing, just relaxing here. Perhaps turn your gaze to the left if it's comfortable in your neck. Take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Float your knees, both knees back up over the hips. Bring your toes down and bring your knees back to your hips back to center. All right, so we're going to grab the undersides of your thighs up by your knees. Pull your knees out and down towards your shoulders. Keep your sacrum on the ground. Float your feet up over your knees. Now, if you can keep your sacrum on the ground, you can grab your calf, your ankle with your arms on the inside of your legs or the outsides of your feet. Maybe even wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Just as long as you can keep your sacrum down on the ground. So this is happy baby. You can also, so you can stay here. You can also gently rock side to side. So the general pulling down is a good low back opener, but rocking side to side actually massages your back a little bit. Take another deep breath in and out. Pull your knees back into your chest. Curl up into the smallest ball you can. Wrap your forearms around your shin. Forehead up towards your knees. Inhale, squeeze everything nice and tight. And then exhale, release. Shavasana. Let your legs come down. Let your feet splay wide. Rest your arms at your sides. Palms can either face up or down. Finish any last minute micro adjustments you might need to make yourself more comfortable. And then just relax here for a few moments. You've worked fairly hard for this past hour. Take these next few moments to just relax, to absorb the benefits of the practice. Start to take some small movements into the body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll out your ankles, roll out your wrists, draw your right ear to the mat, and then your left. Take a full body stretch with your fingers to the wall behind you, toes to the wall in front of you. Stretch everything out nice and long, and then float your knees up over your hips and roll onto your right side for fetal position. Use your bottom bicep like a pillow. Try to keep your eyes closed. Press yourself up to a seat with your hands to face the front of the room. Once you find your seat, draw your hands together in front of your heart. Exhale all of your air. Inhale through your nose, fill up. And exhale, let it go. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it is a present. Inhale your thumbs up to your forehead, connecting your heart to your mind. Inhale. In honor of the practice and to each other, bow forward. Namaste. All right, friends, thank you for coming for class. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, things that you liked, things that you didn't, please feel free to either post them here on the video, in a comment below. You can also reach out to me directly in a private message, either via my Cummings Wellness page, or reach out to me on my personal page as well. I hope that helped with any tightness in the back a bit. Yeah, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay safe. I will be posting, oh yeah, let me back up. Today, as usual, is a $10 suggested donation. I will be posting my Venmo information below. If you don't use Venmo, reach out to me. We can come up with an alternative. Um, and if you don't have the $10 to give, that's totally fine. Again, suggested donation. Do what you give if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. I am also doing private yoga lessons. So if you are brand new to yoga and really want to learn the basics in more depth, or if you are more practiced and want to advance your practice, reach out to me. We could do a one-on-one lesson. It's a one-on-one call. We help develop a flow based on you, your bodies, your capabilities. And that is 30 for the hour. Um, and we can do that over here on Facebook Messenger, video chat. We can do Zoom. We can do Skype, whatever is accessible to you. Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. I will be doing this again next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, noon. Please feel free to invite your friends. Um, anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. Namaste.